Sacred time. What better time than right now at this moment?
Back here with another. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm glad to have you guys back, man. Right now, it's actually Father's Day, so I'm not really behind for real, but I do want to go ahead and have this up by before in the morning, before you start your week. I just want to go ahead and get really into this message because it was a beautiful thing that something compelled me to go ahead and draw tonight. I started not to because of it being Father's Day, but I'm like, I still want to stay consistent and not be selfish. You know what I mean? So something led me to do a draw tonight, and I'm gonna go ahead and just brief, man. Look, I like to welcome you guys back and welcome any newcomers. I really want to just speak on or brief you guys about how I come up with my spread. Usually on this channel here, we only focus on the betterment or the improvement of ourselves in our own life. We don't really too tough being nobody's business here on this channel. We mind our own business. So if you're looking for any type of reader, because I gotta brief anyone, if you're looking for a reader or something, or a reading pertaining to a person and different affairs, or somebody trying to cheat on you or all that other stuff, I'm not the channel for it. Here, I'm only speaking about self-improvement. I'm only allowing the cards to give the proper advice and foresight for what's to come, and just give you a better perspective on preparing you on the seasons or the times as they change, you know, and that's pretty much what this is. Right now I'm only doing a spread for a weekly forecast. So this is what I'm going towards or for, you know, actually, and right now I just want to go ahead and share about how I came up with this spread. So I actually shuffle, or you see these two decks, I shuffle the decks until I get I got 7 cards, I'll get a spread. I'll go into the second deck over here and I'll shuffle until I get a spread 2 of the same amount. Well, as I'm shuffling, if the same cards turn out to be a pair or a match, then that'll be my first card to draw, and so on and so forth. And this is my way of exercising actual or some form of synchronicity, right? This is the way I would like to do it, instead of just shuffling until a card pop out. And sometimes it's kind of wheel asserted, like you can kind of wheel some cards or a card to flip whenever you're ready or whenever you want to. And it's like, if you're ready, like say I'm shuffling and the card don't come out, and sometimes a person can get impatient and just kind of, you know, shuffle until a card flies out, or kind of force a card to flip out. I'm not that type of person to do that when I'm shuffling. So I'll shuffle until a spread comes, and then between the two decks, I'll develop an actual pair. That's my way of drawing synchronicity in somewhat of a form, or most absolute way of doing it. That's my way of doing it. So if you guys kind of find that to be a little bit more of an accurate read, this is something that I feel is a little bit more accurate and blatant, as if, like, you know, the divine is actually kind of putting I would say imposing, or really actually being direct and blatant about whatever message that the divine wants to come forth, you know, and that's my way of doing it. So I just want to get right on into the message though, for real. I gotta get into the message because it's kind of late my time, but I'm gonna get this done. All right, so guys, bear with me, man. We're gonna get off into it, man. So let's jump right in this first card, man. We'll get into it right quick. And this first card here, we got the Wheel of Fortune. All right, with the Wheel of Fortune, the core meaning of this is destiny, cycles, fate, divine timing, and turning points. All right, in love, something meant to be may be unfolding, right? It pretty much, I want to leave the love out of it right now. I'm just gonna go back to the love. I'll bring that last, but the message is pretty much trust the turning. That's pretty much what it is saying. I don't really want to get into it yet. I want to just go ahead and get a spread and then give more of an actual culminated meaning into what is being expressed behind the cards. Let me actually take a second to breathe because I see myself being not really impatient. I see myself kind of wanting to hurry up because I'm pressed for time, and I don't want to feel like that when I'm actually trying to deliver a clear message and articulate the message the best way I can. So let me allow my vessel to be at ease for a second. Thank you. All right. So, pretty much, the Wheel of Fortune. The core meaning means destiny, cycles, fates, pretty much divine timing and turning points. All right. We're gonna jump right into the second card though. The second card actually is the Two of Cups. This means union, emotional reciprocity, mutual respect, and connection. All right. Get right into this third card. The third card we have here is the Strength card. Like that. This means grace under pressure, patience, inner courage, and soft power. All right. We go into this last card to close out. We got here the Four of Swords. This means rest, reflection, healing, retreat, and mental stillness. Alright, so all of that moment, I actually experienced the whole spread, all of that moment. But let's do this, alright? So we go back here to this Wheel of Fortune. The message behind this Wheel of Fortune actually is pretty much trust attorney. The Wheel of Fortune suggests a shift though. Maybe someone has entered or re-entered your life, or an existing relationship is about to change in a meaningful way. All right. With this Two of Cups, we have here behind the wheel. Okay. It actually is the divine shift, such as the wheel, has either brought or is bringing this person into your life. This connection is not just emotional; it's spiritually timed, and may feel like it just appeared when you needed it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and then when we get here to the Strength card, all right, behind the Two of Cups, this connection is worth staying steady for. It might bring up deep feelings, possibly old wounds or insecurities, but it's helping you and them grow. The love is real, but it asks for maturity. All right, we look at this Four of Swords behind the Strength card. Okay, means the calm after emotional courage. Strength help you walk through something tender, and now it's time to re-enter, breathe, and listen inward. All right. So a cumulative message with this all together. All right. The wheel turns and shifts your reality. Something faded is being set into motion. The Two of Cups says its turning brings connection, love, and emotional balance. It's a gift of harmony. Strength is the soul's response to the love. It asks, can you handle love with depth and not demand it? Can you love with gentleness, even when it's hard? Okay. The Four of Swords reminds you that every sacred connection must also be accompanied by rest and reflection. To protect the love, you must protect your own peace. Together, what is actually saying, I feel a destined connection comes, it stirs your heart and brings tenderness with it. But to truly embrace its beauty, you're asked to center yourself, respond with grace, and trust that love does not require you to rush, only to rest in what's real. Alright? Pretty much I can get into the love message of this because it's kind of leaning towards that. Just only speaking about divine connections right now. The spread is really coming off as a real divine timed connection. You know, that's what I'm getting from this spread for real. So I'll just go ahead and read out the love message in this. It pretty much is giving the guidance that if you're already in a relationship, it may be moving into a deeper stage, but it will require emotional presence and space for healing. There may be spoken feelings needing quiet reflection. All right. If this is about someone new, though, the connection is unlikely faded. Take your time, don't force clarity, and let it reveal itself. All right. If you're separated or unclear, the love still exists, but both of you may be in different places of processing and healing. Strength plus the Four of Swords says, wait with love and not fear. All right. So that's pretty much the message for real, man. I think that either this is in the coming week or this can be just in this season, but I will only kind of ask for a message for the week. So maybe in this week this might be something that is actually transpiring or revealing itself to you. So kind of already have I would say, your esteem intact. Have your mind in a total form of receptivity, so you can allow whatever's taking up some type of substance or form in your life to actually come into some absolute form of really actually experiencing a divine gift or gesture in your life, I would say. So with that being said, man, I just would advise that, I would advise that, you allow yourself for things to step into its own, especially wisdom, especially love, especially honor, respect. Allow yourself that, of course you must know your worth, right? But still, I said this in the last week, and actually things are taking, I'm just receiving more confirmation. But last week's video, I believe I spoke about expressing to you that you should allow yourself to be receptive enough to allow a person to come and express themselves in all absoluteness. Allowing somebody to actually express their language of love. We all have our own love language in life. That's why God has given us our own individuality. So allow that. Allow a person to actually express their means. Allow a person to bring to you what they define as substantial, and see if it aligns, and if you actually can come into some type of agreement to communicate with that, to exchange with that. What may feel bad to you or not so good to you may be something that a person may feels very good to them. They may highly appreciate something that may be something so small to you, may be something so valuable to the person you're in exchange with. So we all have our own values. We all have our own values in life, and allow a person to express their values, express what's really meaningful, and the way they find or see the beauty in life. Allow a person to write their life before you. Don't be so critical-minded. Don't allow yourself to be so critical-minded the way you become controlling and putting so much emphasis in everything. The mind is always designed to sift out what is real and what is not. And in doing so, it's only designed to safeguard and distinguishing what is and what isn't. And with that being said, don't be so, I would say, strict by letting your mind take charge all the time. Allow yourself to be open enough to have your heart and your mind operate in unison, for real. So, with that being said, man, I don't want to get too winded. I just want to just get that out there and let that be known that maybe some love is coming in life, right? And this may be a divine connection. You'll know. And I'm pretty sure people are, I'm feeling like a person will want to know how and when something is, or you're aligned, or that person is a part of your divine path. How will you distinguish when someone is called in your life or to come into connection with you along your path and journey, So I know that people are really wondering that. I might drop a video, maybe on my personal vlog, expounding on that topic alone, actually. I think that'll be something that I will help give a person a better diagram on knowing, a little bit more guidance on being able to decipher who is who and what is what for her when it comes to that. So until next time, man, like, share, subscribe. Please, man, please, bear with me. I'm still putting this channel together, but I just want to get these messages out clear and concise as I can. And I pray that this has become some type of, I would say, nourishing information that helps you along your way. With that being said, man, again, like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time, man. God's will. Love.